Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. You're in the studio here today with me and Chris, who's on the other side of the studio, and we're going to be talking about, well, he'll be doing most of the talking as usual, about an Edge light bar. Now you can't buy the Edge light bar anymore, at least through the regular channels. I'm sure you can get them on a variety of different second-hand, third-hand, fourth-hand, fifth-hand and sixth-hand sites around the world, but you can't get it from Whelen Engineering, and alas, you can't get it from us either. But the light bar itself has its significance with relation to the lighting industry. And it has a bit of a background and a bit of a history, and I'm going to tie it in with this following statement. This year, 2024, we lost a great guy who worked with Whelen Engineering for many, many years. His name was Howard Berke. He passed away earlier this year. And Howard was the director of sales for Whelen Engineering for many, many years. In fact, he joined the company back in the 70s, from what I can recall, and he left them in the mid-2000s. But the light bar in question that you'll be seeing here today, that bar, the lineage of that bar, goes back to 1983. That's when Whelen first introduced the Whelen Edge 9000 series light bar. Now it came in a whole range of different variances, and we don't have those here today, alas, to show you. But Howard, being the great sales director he was, he actually changed the industry in respect to sales. And that light bar, in turn, became a legend just like Howard. So we salute Howard as he moves on, and I'm going to hand right now over to Chris on the other side. Here you go, Chris.
Thanks, Stuart. So with our Edge 9000 light bar here, the 48-inch length, and this was actually manufactured all the way back in May 2002. And this is still using the original strobes, LEDs, halogen, and internal power supply components. So real testament to Whelen Engineering and just the longevity and sheer durability of their light bars. But to give you a look at this, go ahead now, apply some power to the activation trigger wires for the different components here. So this was a fun little project, actually going back through, pulling this up, finding an original install sheet, lengthening the wires because this got cut flush when it was removed from the vehicle. But overall, yeah, it's still working. So we have the front strobes. These are the inboards. And again, these are the Turbo series, if I'm remembering right. Activation of the rear strobes, so what's facing me. And this is a really neat setup on this bar. So you have the two alternating strobes here, and then in the rear center section that we'll show you, spinning the bar around, there is a over-under, so it's a dual level strobe. So these bars had a tremendous amount of different options and components that could be put into them. Here we have the activation, again, halogen alleys and takedowns. These are a non-flashing, so just a steady burn, that's it. You can run them independently from each other, but just to combine wires. And then we have the LEDs. So these are a smart series. So red LEDs going through the red lens. Same thing on the back. These are running in a pair. And let's see, then we have the corner strobes. Front strobe, rear strobe activation. And this was, again, a really neat setup that you could do with these bars where you had the end caps that were a dual color, so to call it. So on the back, we have the blue, and then on the front section, the clear. And they're actually fused together in the center. So it was kind of fun with the end caps at engineering when it came to building the bars. You actually used two of them. So a solid blue, a solid clear, that got cut, fused together, and then just the one end cap. So again, really, really cool options to be found in the old Edge 9000 series bars. Such a cool throwback. Back to you, Stuart.
Well, thank you, Chris. A great tutorial on the Edge 9000 series light bar. I hope you enjoyed it. We do have some oldies and goldies around the building here, so maybe we'll drag those out as well and give you a chance to see them too and turn them on. Sometimes it's good to give them a run around the block occasionally. Well, in this case, the studio. I'm Stuart, and again, thank you very much for watching SIRENNET Television. Stay safe.